They always run. This game has a parry, so it makes it into parry review. I think I'm just gonna say, just right away, 6 out of 10 on the parry. It's a good parry, it protects you from damage, and it insta-kills the enemies, which is great. That's really good for a parry. Normally I would rate it higher, but I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's a good parry, but the game overall, the parry metric is getting a 6 out of 10, and the game as well on the enjoyment scale, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 as well, because it's a 2D side-scrolling game. It's kinda like a Metroidvania, sort of, this game. And I don't really love those games unless they're Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisp. Or Ori and the Blind Forest, because those games really are about movement and actual platforming. This game is like a fighting game that sometimes you have to jump and stuff. And that's not bad, it's just that the game... this game should be just like a fully combat game. Just like an arena game, like a horde fighting game. And a lot of these games, they do this 2D Metroidvania thing because they haven't decided on their identity yet. The games, I don't know, the developers like aren't sure what they want to do, so they just execute their plan on levels that they know. And a very known level and a very common way of making a game is just like a 2D side-scrolling type of deal. So a lot of developers go in this direction without really seeing the true potential for the game. Like this game, for example. This game should be like a fighting game, like a non-stop... It can be 2D. It can be 2D, that's no problem, but it should be a little bit more like... What's this game called? The one... God, I forgot. Dead Cells. It should be a little bit more like Dead Cells, where there's like enemies almost all the time. And at Dead Cells, until you kill every single enemy, there's like an enemy every 2 steps you take. In this game, the platforming's not bad, it's just that there's too much of it for my taste, and this game has a good enough combat system where if they had focused and fleshed out the combat a little bit more and were less concerned about the 2D side-scrolling, this could have been like a really good combat game, but they didn't go in that direction, and instead they chose to waste resources on this whole 2D side-scrolling thing. I'm not saying for them to make the game 3D. Again, the game should stay 2D. It's just that when you're using your mental energy to like focus on, oh, do we fight or do we side-scroll and jump? You're wasting your time. You're wasting energy. Like, focus on one thing and do one thing really well, and that's it. So in this game, when you parry, that's how you get your... You see those yellow bars at the very top, at the top left? Those are like you have this special punch, you have 3 arms. You gain that energy back by parrying. And then once you gain that energy back by parrying, then you can use your special 3rd arm to knock people out. Red bar is health, yellow bar is consciousness. So basically you can kill enemies or you can like humanely knock them out. I'm sure there's like some kind of speedrunner that humanely knocked out everyone and did like a sort of pacifist run. I'm sure that's entirely possible. Like Metal Gear, where you can just use sleeping darts and punches to like anesthetize all your enemies. But yeah, overall this is a good game. I don't see myself falling in love with it though, or playing it for hours and hours. But I don't know, props to the developers for making a really good... The game looks really cool, like the graphics, when you parry and shit. Like the background mixed in with the dark red color of the protagonist's cape. Looks really good. So anyways guys, thanks for watching and take care.